The radio crackled to life with a burst of static, slicing through the heavy silence of the patrol car. Unit 37, respond. Over. Officer Daniel Graves tightened his grip on the steering wheel, his knuckles whitening. The graveyard shift had been uneventful until now. Unit 37, copy. What's the situation? He responded, his voice steady despite the unease creeping up his spine. Reports of a disturbance at the old Blackwell Asylum. Possible trespassers. Backup is en route. ETA 20 minutes. Proceed with caution. Daniel exchanged a glance with his partner, Officer Lisa Carter. Her face was pale under the dim dashboard lights. Blackwell? That place was condemned 20 years ago, Lisa muttered. Who the hell would break in there? Daniel didn't answer. He flicked on the sirens, and the car roared toward the decrepit asylum, swallowed by the night. The Blackwell Asylum loomed a monstrous silhouette against the storm-choked sky. Its broken windows stared like hollow eyes, and the rusted gates groaned as the wind pushed against them. Daniel stepped out, his boots crunching on shattered glass. The air smelled of damp rot and something metallic. Lisa unholstered her flashlight, the beam cutting through the darkness. Dispatch said trespassers. You think it's just kids? Maybe, Daniel said, though his gut told him otherwise. The front doors hung ajar. The wood splintered as if something had forced its way out, not in. A low guttural sound echoed from deep inside a sound that didn't belong to any animal. Lisa's breath hitched. Did you hear that? Daniel drew his gun. Stay close. They stepped inside. The hallway stretched into blackness, the walls peeling with mold. The flashlight flickered, casting long, twisting shadows. Then footsteps. Thud. 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 Too heavy. Too slow. Lisa swung the light toward the sound. Nothing. Hello? Daniel called. His voice bounced back, distorted, as if the asylum itself was mocking him. A whisper slithered through the air. You shouldn't be here. Lisa gasped. The flashlight died. In the suffocating dark, something moved, something with too many limbs, crawling along the ceiling. Daniel fired. The muzzle flash illuminated a nightmare gaunt figure with elongated limbs, its mouth stretched into a rictus grin. Then, darkness swallowed them whole. The backup officers found the patrol car abandoned, engine still running. Inside the asylum, they discovered Lisa's body twisted, her face frozen in terror. Of Daniel, there was no sign. But on the asylum's crumbling wall, written in blood, were 3 words: "He is ours now." And deep within the asylum's bowels, something laughed. A new officer sat in Unit 37, adjusting the radio. All units, be advised. Reports of a disturbance at the old Blackwell Asylum. Possible trespassers. The officer smiled and drove into the night. The flashlight flickered back to life, casting a dim glow over the asylum's rotting hallway. Lisa's hands trembled as she gripped it, her breath coming in shallow gasps. "Daniel?" she whispered. No answer. The thing that had been crawling on the ceiling was gone. But the air was thick with the scent of decay, wet earth, and spoiled meat. A low, wet clicking echoed from the darkness ahead. Lisa's training screamed at her to retreat, to wait for backup. But Daniel was out there. Somewhere. She stepped forward. The floorboards groaned beneath her. The hallway branched into a stairwell, the steps leading down into pitch black. A cold draft slithered up from below, carrying with it a whisper. "Come down, Lisa." A voice that wasn't Daniel's. Her radio crackled. "Unit 37, do you copy? Backup is 5 minutes out." The transmission dissolved into static. Then, a new voice, hollow, distorted, giggled through the speaker. "No one's coming." Lisa's heart hammered. She should run. Now. But then she heard it. A weak, choking gasp. "Lisa, help me." Daniel's voice. From the basement. She took the first step down. The basement was a tomb of rusted medical equipment and broken restraints. The walls were stained old blood, dark and flaking. And in the center of the room, slumped against a gurney, was Daniel. His uniform was torn. His face was pale. His lips moved, but no sound came out. Lisa rushed to him. "Daniel!" "Oh God, what did they?" His hand shot out, clamping around her wrist with impossible strength. His eyes snapped open, black. No whites. No pupils. Just endless, oily black. His mouth stretched into a grin too wide for his face. "You shouldn't have followed," the thing wearing Daniel's skin hissed. Behind her, the basement door slammed shut. Something scuttled in the shadows. Then, the screaming began. Officer Mark Rivera was the first to enter the asylum, his gun drawn. The place was silent. Too silent. "Lisa? Daniel?" he called. No answer. His flashlight beam cut through the dark, landing on splatters of fresh blood leading down the hallway, toward the basement. His radio buzzed. "Mark, we're right behind you." A sound cut through the transmission. A wet, tearing noise. Then a voice, Lisa's voice but wrong. Garbled, gurgling. Too late. Mark's blood turned to ice. The basement door creaked open on its own. A shadow moved inside. Tall. Limbs too long. Head lolling to the side. It stepped into the light. Mark's gun clattered to the floor. His scream was the last thing dispatch heard before the radio went dead. The next night, Officer Sarah Chen signed in for her shift. The sergeant handed her the keys to Unit 37. "You're on graveyard. Quietest shift we've got." Sarah nodded, unaware of the dried blood crusted under the passenger seat. As she drove into the night, the radio fizzed to life. "All units reports of a disturbance, Blackwell Asylum." Sarah frowned. That place was abandoned. Had to be kids. She turned the car around. In the back seat, something shifted. Waiting. The Blackwell Asylum stood silent under the moonlight, its doors hanging open. Inside, the walls pulsed faintly, breathing. Something stirred in the darkness. Hungry. Waiting for the next officers to arrive.